Hello, and welcome to today's demonstration brought to you by Liquidware and Teradici. During this demonstration, you will see a user's current settings captured from their workstation and saved out to a network share, and then restored to a new machine which the user is connected to using the Teradici PC over IP client. Let's begin by taking a look at the workstations that we will be leveraging today. We'll first take a look at the machine to which the user will migrate. I will log into this machine with a local admin account. This will allow us to verify that user 1 has never logged on to this machine and does not have a profile on this machine. Let's begin by looking for the user's folder under C users. User 1 does not have a folder under C users, so now let's take a look at the user's profile on the machine. Under Advanced System Settings, User Profiles, User 1 does not have a user profile. I will now log off of this machine so that it will be ready for the user to log in once we're ready to migrate the user over to this machine. Now we will log in to User 1's current machine. ProfileUnity is configured to run on this machine, and the configuration that's being applied is one that will save the user settings out to a network location so that they can later be restored to their new workstation. Begin by opening the shortcut folder on the user's desktop. This shortcut points to the network location where the desktop documents and pictures folders will be copied. If we open the desktop folder on the local C drive, we'll see that there is a large ISO file as well as the user 1 shortcut folder. In the documents folder, you will see that there is a folder called CAC, and in the pictures folder there are 2 JPEG files stored. Take a look and see which of those have already been copied out to the network. But the CAC folder is under Documents, and under Pictures we'll find the 2 JPEG files have already been copied out. When we go to take a look at the desktop folder, however, the ISO files haven't quite made it out to the network yet. They're rather large. They'll be there in just a couple of minutes. In the meantime, let's take a look at the other parts of the user's profile that ProfileUnity will capture. Now let's take a look at Microsoft Edge and the settings that the user has configured for Microsoft Edge. We look, the user has 2 tabs that open up with Edge. The first is liquidwarelabs.com and the second is teradici.com. In addition to the 2 tabs, there are also 3 bookmarks that are saved on the Bookmarks toolbar as well. The Liquidware community site, Liquidware's training site, and last but not least, our support site. Okay, let's move on from the browser settings and take a look at some other Windows settings. If we look at the taskbar, there are 2 pinned icons, Microsoft Excel and Outlook. Let's take a look at Outlook. As we open Outlook, you'll notice that Outlook is configured for the user. It's going to open up and we'll see this user's email, user 1's email. We'll take a look at that again as we move over to the other desktop in just a few minutes. Okay, so we'll close that out. Okay, now let's go back and check on the desktop folder. If you were paying really close attention, you may have noticed that we logged in at about 11:28 a.m. It's now 11:34 and that 4.5 gig file is finished copying over. Your mileage may vary, but that's how long it took a 4.5 gig file to transfer on my network. Now as the user logs off of this desktop, ProfileUnity is capturing the user settings, storing those settings out on the network share so that we can restore those and inject them into the new desktop. Now we'll connect to the new desktop using the Teradici PC over IP client as user 1. If you watch closely, you'll notice that ProfileUnity is running a couple of different configurations. That is because in this environment we are going to restore the settings from the previous environment as well as set up some additional features within ProfileUnity. All of those settings, the Chrome settings, the Outlook settings, the wallpaper, the folder locations, all of those different settings are being restored in just a matter of seconds as the user logs into this desktop. Once those settings are complete, the desktop will be presented to the user. The new desktop will look and feel to the user as if they had just logged off of the previous desktop. Let's begin verifying our settings. First, we'll start with Microsoft Edge. Let's see if all of our settings are there. Sure enough, the 2 tabs are there, as well as the bookmarks. Now we can continue to check our other settings. We go to File Explorer and look at our desktop. Sure enough, there are the files there for the desktop. We go to Documents. Yep, the CAC folder is there for Documents, and in the Pictures folder, both of our JPEGs are there. So all of those settings are there. And of course, as we look at the desktop, the Liquidware wallpaper is there as well. Now we just need to check Outlook. Here, ProfileUnity successfully restored the Outlook settings. The user isn't prompted to enter any credentials or anything to set up Outlook. It automatically starts loading Outlook without any action from the user. So in conclusion, the combination of Liquidware's solutions along with Teradici solutions provides for a smooth, seamless migration from your current environment to your new environment. Please contact either Liquidware or Teradici representative if you have further questions and would like to see a more detailed look at how this solution works. Thank you.